Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent? Yikes! They scared the life out of me! Why are... I can't believe you're in the mood to crack jokes.
Are these puppets part of the stage setup? Even so, it's so eerie that the entire front...
Something feels off. We're in the right place, right?
There's no other grand theater in the dreamscape.
So Sunday's messing with us? He said we'd have a final showdown on the stage, but why is there no one here?
My apologies for the delay, March 7th.
You scared me!
I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, I invite you to enjoy a stage play in 3 acts before the festival begins. History is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence. Let's use this opportunity to delve into the rich history of Penacony and the eons. Within it, naturally, the future. Let us commence with the dawning of the world. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into pigs, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys and the sun rose. Strike the black keys and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it? Where are we now?
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday's inner world. Perhaps this so-called stage play is created with his abilities. This act is named Ode to Prisoner. Given the atmosphere here, I believe it's about Penacony's past.
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expeditions. But now it looks like I'll be back behind bars again.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison. In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanunu ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence. It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation. The 3 nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile. Once again, as Dana was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
I hope you like this land of freedom on a scorched earth.
As you can see, their sentences have long ended, and the IPC guards have long been expelled. Yet, these prisoners remain enslaved, not by external forces, but by the confines of their own minds. Freedom permeates every corner, except fragile souls. It gives solace only to those who believe in its existence.
Prisoners, this is my order. Learn the essence of freedom and teach your fellow prisoners to fight for their lives. No one can restrain you anymore. You are free.
Thus concludes the first act. Amidst a raging war, the frontier prison headed toward becoming Land of the Exiles.
This must be how Penacony was constructed. With the aid of outsiders, the prisoners were finally liberated and established the Land of the Exiles. However, it appears that Sunday aims to convey the spiritual plight of the prisoners more than the physical aspects of imprisonment.
This show is a bit too literary for my taste. But the battle part is quite easy to understand. Anyway, we've arrived at the exit. Let's go! These puppets... Where are they guiding us this time?
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That marked the third and fourth days.
Look! Another frame!
Ode to Fool. This must be the second act.
The surroundings are different from before. The stage decorations look a bit tidier now.
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me to present it in allegorical form. Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared united on the surface, Each harbored their own ambitions, leading to ceaseless conflict. The Black Plum family was the first to fall. They withered away in the White Desert event, orchestrated by the Alfalfa family.
Because Master shaped you from clay, but forged me from fire, I'm superior. My child, you did not serve the old
The
master.
leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival.
Also granted to
However,
us.
his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness and ascended as the new family head. Only when Gopher Wood led the family to Land of the Exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Penacony earn its new name, the Land of the Dreams.
Outsider, I beseech your aid in purging this mansion of the poison spread by the lurking instigators.
You want us to...
I wish they could regain their reason and cast away the shackles of hypocrisy.
This is the second act. Looks like it's about Penacony's journey to becoming the Land of the Dreams.
But this new master seems like a bad guy to me, don't you think?
Perhaps this is the truth Sunday is trying to express, if you read between the lines. The Harmony changed Penacony just as the guards once did.
Looks like we've gotta help those guys kneeling down over there calm down a bit, right?
In the absence of my master, I am free. But without their guidance, for whom shall I sing? I shall sing for my new master, just as their noble voice once resonated throughout the cosmos.
Master! Oh, you will return in due course, and I shall stand vigilant, awaiting the reward for my loyalty. Master, now that you have gone, I shall wait no longer for my reward. I shall seize what is rightfully mine.
Once, I stood as the most loyal guard among all the servants. Now, with my master banished, it's my right to assume control of his dominion. My former master has long departed, but why do I still fear the remnants of his creation?
Master is no longer here. I thought I'd be free, but I'm not. Now, without my master's command, I'll have to seek guidance from the blind. Master is no longer here. I must seek a new master and serve them faithfully.
Either I shall be my own master,
or I shall return to my former master. Without a master, who can grant me true freedom? Thank you, dear outsiders. My servants have regained their sanity. Heed me, one and all. Your former master shall not return. It is through righteousness and unwavering support for one another that we shall cast aside the veils of hypocrisy and embrace one another.
Get ready. Looks like another fight is about to begin.
Alas, they remain but slaves till the very end, with the illusion of freedom. Thus concludes the second act. Amidst an illusory harmony, Land of the Exiles charted its course toward becoming the planet of festivities.
This is how Penacony fell under the family's control. Since the arrival of the Harmony, the Land of the Exiles has undergone dramatic changes. Not all...
This guy really loves dramatic scenes. Bet he comes from a whole lineage of stage performers.
They used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses. A grand lyre with black and white keys served as an instrument, while symbols of articulation and numerical notation took the form of musical notes. The downward flowing river became a melody, and the canon of law dictated the form. Thus, all mortals found their unique place within this symphony. That marked the 5th and 6th days.
This guy is really into these puppets. Get it now. The last scene is all about singing the praises of the Order.
And the atmosphere here is completely different from the previous two scenes.
This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony, hoping that my desire for change resonates within you. And now, I shall reveal its future to you.
Without a king, who shall bear responsibility for the people?
We will make choices on their behalf and bear the responsibility.
Stand against the
We shall
mighty.
support one another, protecting the weak and standing against the mighty.
Who shall govern the movement of
Before the
souls?
arrival of
The ebb and flow.
everything followed its natural course, and so it shall continue even after the king's departure.
Departure.
We no
Who
longer
shall
have
become the
need
new
for a
king?
for we have become kings of all things.
Hey, aren't we supposed to kick off a short story and have a fight here just like we did in the previous acts? Why aren't any...
Perhaps we'll need to complete the story ourselves.
So, do you think their mind needs tinkering or something?
for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
How did it go? You can't change them?
My apologies for my negligence. I forgot to inform you that the final part was scripted long ago.
Let our previous king recount it to you. Now it is time for the final.
Prepare for battle. Looks like we'll have to...
In the hushed expanse of a nocturnal reverie, I leave faint traces behind. No need to remember me, or to recall the essence of dreams. What is mine shall wane, while you shall transcend its delicate nature.
This is the final scene. It's much more straightforward. He wants to expel the harmony and establish an empire based on the order. Let's go. Once this stage play concludes, it'll be time for the main event.
They imbued the world with meaning, perfecting all things in the heavens and on earth. Then they rested, yet all beings cried out to Enna. Under the banner of the Order, you have defined all things in the cosmos. Thus, on that, all beings united and cast the Eon into the abyss of oblivion.
This Grand Theater looks totally different. Is this the power of the Order?
Everyone, get ready. This could be a tough battle.
That marked the seventh day. Cheers and chants reverberated in the That concludes everything related to the Order. What are your reflections on this, my dear? Nevertheless, this is but a trivial blip in the annals of galactic history. What truly matters is the course this river shall take in the days to come. You've arrived at the perfect moment. The Charmony Festival is about to commence, and it would be a shame if you were absent for the Harmony's prologue. Allow me to extend my warmest welcome once more. Welcome to Penacony Grand Theater, the very core of the sweet dream, the abode of the Stellaron, the grand stage of the Charmony Festival, and the very place where the future of Penacony shall be Your unwavering faith in the Trailblaze is truly impressive. True goodness can only be achieved through faith.
Allow me to point out that falling into a permanent slumber is not happiness, especially when those people are driven by someone else's will in their sleep.
Do you still believe that the Order only seeks to control the universe as their puppet, Himiko?
No matter how perfect your vision of paradise may be, a cage remains a cage.
People will never achieve true happiness in a world like that. They would just be toys for the Eon.
It seems you have misunderstood my intentions. Allow me to clarify. My desire is not to resurrect a fallen eon. My sole objective is to create a paradise free from eons, where the Order ensures the dignity and happiness of all humanity. A paradise exclusive to us human beings.
That's not the case. If people are to live with dignity, there must be nothing and no one above them. In your so-called paradise, you would be the one reigning supreme.
Looks like we won't be able to convince each other. Now that our conflict has been destined, let's unveil our paths and reveal to the universe the truth. However, before the prelude to the future begins, please take a moment to ponder the questions I've posed. Is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace? I already know your decision.
I now permit you to gaze into the sun.
On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal! The supreme tuner, harmonious choir, Dominicus! The time has come. Creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods!
Danhang?
Radiant spirits, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, wake up! Are you all right? Can you hear? It does? Looks like your mind's still in one piece. If you're able to remember such details. It's a long story. Simply put, Danhang used the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath when we were in the middle of a feat, and then we returned to reality. Look, this is your room. Everyone else has also returned from the dreamscape. Himeko and the rest are at the lobby discussing matters with the general. And now that you're awake, we should tell the crew that you're all right. Come with me.
Hey, we meet again, Sleepy.
What's Miss Black Swan doing here?
Nothing, Miss March. I noticed he was awake and wanted to check to see how he was doing. Though the strike from the general was timely, its destruction was also immense. When emanators collide, ordinary people inevitably suffer. But, luckily for them, the dreamscape is my home turf. Thankfully, I managed to get everyone out before the harmonious choir collapsed.
Oh, so that's what happened! Thank you, Miss Black Swan!
Don't mention it. After all, I wouldn't want to see such precious memories vanish. You're heading to see your friends, aren't you? Would it bother you if I walked with you for a short while?
Of course not. But you're not planning on doing something like last time, are you?
Why would you think that? I've never harbored any ill intentions.
Himeko and Mr. Yang are probably still busy. Let's go look for Danhang first.
You're awake. How do you feel?
Well, fork me. You must be that Stellaron they were talking about.
Allow me to introduce him to you. This is Boot Hill. During our pursuit of a certain person, we crossed paths and just so happened to uncover a shocking plot being concocted by Mr. Sunday. Which is why we sought you out, to help the Astral Express save the world together.
No need for thanks. The Galaxy Ranger's principle is correct every injustice one sees. That's how you lot in the Cienjo put it, right, Dunham?
More or less.
Wait, hold on a sec. This is the first time I'm hearing about this certain person. Who are you chasing? And why would that lead you to the Express?
Good question. Who was it again? Don Hum, do you remember? Oh, that ain't it. I just can't seem to recall.
What's going on?
Heck, forget about it. If it slipped all our minds, reckon that person was just a minor scoundrel. Unimportant. Ain't gonna stop us from piecing together the story.
Yes, when the dust settles, I'll just think of a way to recall it in the memory zone. Everyone, let's hurry up and look for Miss Himiko, shall we? He's now a minor star on Penacony, and the entire hotel's concerned about his well-being.
You're right. Let's head to the lobby then. Look, they're with the General.
That's all right. In these times of conflict for the sake of utmost safety, it is only right that the Alliance steps forward to mediate on behalf of the Astral Express. We must not allow you to take unnecessary risks. Furthermore, despite the IPC's eagerness for success, it prioritizes peace above all. And the family, trapped though it may be, professes a desire for harmony. The Alliance has always won people over with reason. I firmly believe both parties can indeed put aside their differences and come...
The General possesses a deep understanding of the greater good. With the Cienjo Alliance mediating, peace for Penacony is within reach.
You flatter me. But ultimately, it's been all down to the Express. Without your efforts, this sweet dream paradise would have been claimed by the last remnants of order before there was even a shot. Well, would you look at that? Here comes the big hero. Here's the galactic baseballer, the paragon of both heroism and humility.
Are you okay? I heard you couldn't wake up. Are you feeling unwell?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang. There is nothing wrong with him. He practically burned through a lifetime's worth of jokes on the way here. What about you, Mr. Yang? I heard that even Miss Robin wasn't spared. And that guy locked you both up.
It's a long story. But at least Mr. Sunday took it easy on us. He used an ability called tuning to connect our consciousnesses with his. In other words, he imprisoned us within his consciousness. Thanks to General Jing Yuan's destruction of the Harmonious Choir, we were able to escape.
He used that tuning on us too. Does that mean that we were almost imprisoned as well?
I can confidently say now, he was truly after a fair fight with us. Had he wanted, he could have easily taken us down.
Speaking of the Oak family head, where is he now?
It's complicated, but in a nutshell, he's now the former Oak family head. The IPC has named him the key figure in the family's Penacony split, citing a threat to cosmic peace. He must represent the family and answer for the unrest caused. His trial is set to take place at Pier Point. The family quickly labeled him and the remnants of the Order as enemies, declaring the turmoil an internal rebellion. This move effectively barred the IPC from intervening in family affairs on both moral and rational grounds.
Everyone really has their own agenda, after all.
Then, what's going to happen to Miss Robin? She and Sunday won't be able to deny their involvement in the Charmony Festival. Why the sigh, General?
I can only say that this incident is an unexpected mess for the girl. The Alliance will try to persuade the family to consider this matter carefully during mediation. It's time, everyone. The IPC's key members and I have agreed to consult one another before the upcoming negotiation. Do any of you wish to sit in?
Given the General's invitation and the matter's significance to the universe, the crew will naturally accept. However, if the IPC has any reservations...
Why, of course you're welcome. They've mentioned that your team is a trusted ally of the IPC in Penacony, so there's no reason not to welcome you. Besides, if there can be reliable observers from the Astral Express present, discussions will go more smoothly.
Well then, we shall oblige.
I'm kind of allergic to those types of situations. I think I'll just head back to my room and start packing.
Not to worry. Himiko and I will take care of things.
I'm afraid I'll also have to return to the Express first. The conductor is worried about us.
Thank you. What about you? Will you join Welt and me?
Good guess. Although I'm not too sure of the reason. The representatives from the IPC have insisted on his presence. Allow me to lead the way. Follow me, please. The negotiation will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone, please follow me.
Mr. Aventurine and Miss Topaz are here too. Oh, and who is that over there?
The Intelligentsia Guild's Dr. Ratio. This assembly is quite something.
It's been a while, my Astral Express friends. I would also extend my sincere thanks to you, General of the Lafu. The presence of everyone here assures that the talks will likely reach a conclusion that satisfies all sides.
Oh. Looks like everyone has come with expectations. Carrie.
Of course. Sure. Leave it to me. In summary, it's good news. After much deliberation from the Strategic Investment Department's Council, the absolute majority of members have agreed to the following resolutions. In light of long-term considerations for interastral peace, and by authority of Pierpoint HQ, the Strategic Investment Department, on behalf of the Interastral Peace Corporation, will permanently relinquish its claim on Penacony sovereignty and offer unconditional support of the family's rebuilding efforts on Penacony.
Now that's...
Well, if that's what it takes to bring peace to the entire universe, it's a price.
Has the IPC finished sharing all its thoughts? Then it's our turn. The Guild, much like the Genius Society, has taken a keen interest in the recent calamity in Penacony. Ultimately, both parties have agreed to a comprehensive collaboration, offering technical support for the reconstruction of Penacony. The floor is yours for the finer points, Mr. Screwlam. Enlighten us, please.
Organic life's unrelenting search to understand the realm of inner spirituality is something I both admire and envy. Inorganic life has no mechanism to evoke dreams. But when my mechanical impulses are activated, my inspiration circuits will start to operate, and I will enter a state defined as imagination. Every time, within the realm of imagination, there emerges a fire from the shadows. It is warm, bright. I frequently ponder this flame might represent the essence of intelligence. A cluster of inspiration ignited by high temperatures. The future direction of the universe. Alas, they are nothing but projections of my thought system to me. Desired, but unattainable. But after learning of Penacony's accomplishments, I have come to realize that the flame is not beyond my grasp. After deliberations with my partners, we have decided to defer the progress of the Simulated Universe project, and instead assist the Intelligentsia Guild as technological consultants in the research of the Dreamscape and Memory Zone, so that these assets may be better used to serve humanity.
Not only that, we've also established contact with the Garden of Recollection through the IPC, and they've pledged their support for our research endeavors. I'm truly happy for the Dream Chasers on Penacony. The cosmos' brightest and, let's admit, dimmer intellects are now at their service.
Agreed. It's hard to imagine members of the Genius Society taking an interest in such mundane research. Never mind. At the end of the day, this is a positive outcome.
No wonder everyone insisted that he be there.
It heartens me to learn that everyone is willing to put aside their differences for Penacony's plight. I trust that everyone will surely reach consensus in the upcoming negotiations. Looks like Penacony's future is decided. I'm wondering,
peace is our greatest wish. Beyond that, we desire nothing else.
Well, that's good. Now that everyone's minds are at ease, I shall take my leave. You may now depart with peace of mind. The Alliance will deal with all subsequent procedures.
If that's the case, it appears that we have nothing else to worry about on Penacony.
Sounds good to me.
You two head back to the Express first. I'll pick up March and deal with the checkout procedure. Oh, also, Miss Black Swan, you have a matter to discuss with me, yes?
Nothing escapes your attention, Miss Navigator.
You've been with us this whole time, huh? In any case, he and I will be waiting for you in March on the Express. Let's go. Our time on Penacony has come to a fruitful end.
Penacony's journey ends here. I guess it was pretty fruitful.
The navigation meeting is about to start! We're all waiting for you!
When did the Express become so lively?
Looks like everyone's present. Let the navigation meeting commence then!
This a meeting to decide our next stop? How we doing?
Hold your horses, cowboy. It's for those to decide.
Allow me to explain. Mr. Boothill and Miss Black Swan submitted a request to temporarily travel with the Express for their own. As you all may know, the Astral Express never declines any passenger whose heart yearns for the distant stars. Therefore, they will be traveling with us for a while until they reach their destinations.
Whoa, the Express is going to be much livelier now. But, Miss Black Swan, you better not use your memo keeper abilities to pull any pranks.
Understood, Miss March. I promise you, you'll never see me in your room while you're taking a break.
Don't! You're freaking me out.
All right. Okay, now that everyone's met everyone, we can continue our navigation meeting. Firstly, Pom-Pom wishes to thank everyone. If it weren't for you all unearthing the truth about Penacony, Pom-Pom would have never known where Mikhail and the rest had gone. What they had to go through was regrettable, but I reckon they all fulfilled their wishes. And it was thanks to all of you. Thank you, everyone. Now then, we come to the crux of this navigation meeting. We must decide on the Express's next stop. Let me introduce our current options. The first choice is from Himiko, the oceanic planet of Lushaka, a planet composed entirely of water. Many aquatic races reside there. Of course, it's also the home planet of the venerable, nameless Mikhail. The second choice is the agate world Melustanen, suggested by Welt. It's famed as one of the initial sites of the Stellaron disaster, and the place where the beauty Idrilla ascended. Today, it's celebrated as a planet of undying allure. The third choice is Edo Star, a planet nestled within a vast ion storm region, currently under assault by the Antimatter Legion. However, the distress signals from there have recently ceased, prompting the IPC's wish for us to check in on the situation. The last choice, courtesy of Black Swan, is the glass belt Petravia, a massive belt of asteroids that was turned to glass by the Lord Ravager Zephyro. These days, it's apparently known to house one of the branches of the Morning Actors Troupe.
Ooh, so many options.
Next up, everyone will select the destination that they wish to visit, and then we'll put it to a vote. Little Misha and old Mikhail's homeland. Having been through so much in Penacony, as an aspiring nameless, I believe—
Count me in. Still, I imagine that planet must have changed entirely after the Stellaron disaster. I've heard that its land masses no longer exist, and the native population has—
I'm not against Miss Himiko's choice, but Edo Star sounds like it's in danger. As nameless, should we not extend a helping hand?
March is right. Though the fact that the distress signals have ceased means we're probably too late. But I still think we should investigate the situation there.
3 votes for Lushaka, 2 for Edo. Looks like we have a winner! Next stop, Lushaka! Then this navigation meeting is adjourned. I'll go check the warp jump coordinates. Everyone can catch up on some rest in the meantime. When it's time to make the jump, Pom-Pom will make an announcement.
There's still some time before the jump. What should I do?
How about a chat? Over here.